Hospitals are places of healing, but sometimes they become the stage for something far more sinister. Tonight, I'll share with you a true story from a nurse whose routine shift turned into a chilling nightmare she'll never forget. It was a quiet Thursday night. I was working the graveyard shift in the geriatric wing. Most patients were asleep, and the monitors hummed softly in the background. The silence was almost comforting. I had just finished my final round of checking vitals when I noticed something strange. Room 308. S-call light was blinking. That was impossible. That room had been empty since the morning. There was no one in there. I walked down the long, dim corridor, my clipboard clutched tightly in my hand. My mind raced through logical explanations. Maybe someone had been moved in without my knowledge. It happens sometimes with the chaos of the day shift, but when I reached the door and pushed it open, a cold draft hit me. The room was pitch black. No patient, no bed. Just the red call button on the wall, flashing silently in the darkness. I stepped back, my heart starting to thump against my ribs. I reset the light from the panel outside and tried to forget about it. I went and reported it to the charge nurse, but she just waved it off. "Faulty wiring," she said, without even looking up from her charts. "This old building is full of ghosts in the machine." Her casual dismissal didn't make me feel any better, but then it happened again. Room 308's monitor at the nurse's station started beeping. Heart rate, 72 beats per minute. Oxygen saturation, 98%. Perfectly stable vitals. I froze, staring at the screen. There was no one in that room. I walked back down the hallway, this time with another nurse, a skeptical but loyal friend. We entered together. The room was just as empty as before. The air was cold, still. But the monitor at the station kept beeping, insisting someone was lying right there in that empty space. We stood in silence for a moment, listening. My friend's eyes widened. She felt it too, the unnerving sense that we were not alone. We left quickly, locking the door behind us. Later that night, I was alone in the break room, trying to calm my nerves with a lukewarm cup of coffee. That's when I heard it. A whisper, so faint I almost missed it. It sounded like it was right behind me. It said, "Help me." I jumped up, spilling coffee all over my scrubs. I rushed out into the hallway, my heart pounding, fully expecting to see a disoriented patient who had wandered off. But the hallway was completely empty. The silence was deafening. Then I saw it. At the very end of the corridor, partially hidden in the shadows, was a figure. A dark human-shaped shadow just standing there. It wasn't moving. It was just watching me. I couldn't make out any features, just its silhouette against the faint glow of the exit sign. I blinked, and it was gone. If you're still with me, maybe you're brave enough to hit that like button. It helps more people hear stories like this. And honestly, it keeps me company during these long, haunted nights. My curiosity finally got the better of my fear. I had to know. I went to the records room and pulled the patient logs. Room 308 had been occupied by a man named Arthur, who had passed away 2 nights earlier. The cause of death was cardiac arrest. He had died alone in that room. I read the notes from the nurse who was on duty that night. His last words were recorded. "Don't leave me here." A shiver ran down my entire body. I couldn't sleep properly for weeks after that shift. I kept hearing the steady beep of a heart monitor in my dreams. And every time I had to walk past room 308, I felt those unseen eyes on me. I felt watched. I never worked the geriatric wing alone again. Hospitals hold more than just memories of recovery and loss. Sometimes they hold on to souls who aren't ready to leave. So next time you walk past an empty hospital room and you see a light blinking, maybe just keep walking. Thanks for watching. If this story gave you chills, don't forget to like and subscribe for more true tales from the night shift. And remember, not all patients check out.